Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at the Epiphone Lespaul Standard, the Black Beauty. This thing is really nice. Very cool guitar. Very cool. So I was at Long McQuaid, of course, in North Bay, and it's my favorite candy store for music gear. And was getting a few things while I was there. And while I was out, I thought, well, I wouldn't mind trying this thing out for, a little bit, but at the same time I wanted to do a demo for you guys and see what you think of it as well. Now, Epiphone for left-handed guitars, they only have 8 in their entire arsenal at this present time. 3 Les Pauls, 3 SGs, as well as 2 acoustics. Now I have the SG Pro 400 by Epiphone. I really like it, and I've been wanting to add an Epiphone Les Paul in. I'm not sure if it'll be this one or the one that's black and gold, which is really nice. And of course they do have a Cherry Burst one as well. And those guitars also have different features, one of which of course is the pickups are different, and the pickups also you can split them to single coils, where this one you can't. Now these are Alnico Classics that are vacuum waxed as well as enamel wiring. So it's like, okay, so we got some classic style pickups in here. This could be cool, but let's see what they sound like. Let's see what the whole guitar sounds like. I've been playing it for a bit since I got home a couple hours ago, and the neck is nice and straight on this thing. Action is really low. It's like, oh, I love that, right? Nice jumbo frets on this thing. Bound fretboard, of course, binding around the body. The cream stuff is very nice. I'm not overly crazy though about the gold knobs. I think for myself I would actually change that, but some people may like this mix. Me, I would probably change those to either silver or into cream. Would see. I would see. It depends. I mean, but that's my opinion, and that has nothing to do with overall review or anything. But so let's check out the clean. Now I am hooked into my Boss GT1000 processor board, which right now we're using Soulful Clean, and we're going to also go to a dirty patch as well that's got some heavy metal tones in it. And we're going right into the Boss Katana 100 1x12 amplifier, which is up on a stand and of course angled, and you're going to hear my room acoustics live. So I'm recording this on my camcorder. I like to do this for my gear reviews for you guys so that you get a more better idea of what this kind of setup would be like in a room this same size if you had it. Now this room is 10 feet by 11 feet, not including the closet doors, so because the closet's a little extra space. But the main room is 10 by 11, and I do have guitars everywhere and stuff to dampen the acoustics in here so it doesn't echo too much. Anyways, let's check this out and see how it plays, see what it sounds like. And we'll start with the bridge, go to the middle, and which there's both pickups, and then of course to the neck. Not too shabby. Alright, so let's go to that distorted stuff. I'm using what's called Heavy X Metal. I think we need to raise the volume. That's more like it. Okay, that's pretty snappy actually. I kind of like that. Let me see if I can find another effect here that's pretty cool. Ooh, definitely not that one. Ooh, this one's called Aussie Rock. That's kind of crispy. Both pickups. Not too shabby. Okay, so, wow, that is actually a pretty impressive set of pickups in this thing. They're very clean even on dirt. They're not really muddy, you know, like they're not like kind of sound like really like somebody poured soup in there kind of sound. They're really nice on the distortion and on the clean. They're very good. So pretty impressive pickups. Definitely a pretty impressive guitar either way. So after doing all that, let's check out our tuning and see how stable this thing stayed even with that, with a little bit of the light bends there. So our E is good, A is good, D is good, G is just a hair down, like a hair, like that's minor. B is good, E is good. So decent. Stays in tune pretty good overall. I believe there's 10 gauge strings on it. It feels like 10s. So, but anyways, I would definitely recommend this guitar. I mean, whether it's left-handed or right-handed. I brought home a lefty because I'm a lefty generally. I can play righty, just not as well. I'm still working on playing right-handed. But I would certainly buy this. You know, it is definitely something I would probably add to my collection myself. You know, it's to me, it's not just about acquiring gear. It's about acquiring stuff that actually works well and is good. It's nice. It has a nice thin profile neck. It's not a baseball bat, you know, and I don't have huge hands, you know, and like really super long fingers, but I can get my hands around this neck really easy. So it's kind of almost, it feels like a D-shaped. I think it probably is. I'd have to check the specs to be sure, but it's definitely a thin profile neck. Like if you look at this thing, you know, it's really nice, you know. It is a set neck, of course, so it's not bolt-on, you know. Very nice, very nice. So if you're looking for righties, of course, Epiphone has a lot of right-handed availability for guitars in all their line, of course. But just for us lefty guys, there's three Les Pauls, 3 SGs, and a couple of acoustics at this time. But if you are looking for not having to buy a Gibson at the Gibson price, you do have some options in the Epiphone, which is still a really good quality instrument, you know, no doubt about it. I'm very happy with my Epiphone SG Pro 400. To me, that was the best purchase I made for getting back into Epiphones with to start out, and I'm definitely going to be adding a Epiphone Les Paul into my collection down the road. I'm just not sure if it's going to be this one or the one in gold or that cherry, because that cherry one is kind of appealing to me a little bit, you know, and I do have black guitars anyway, so it's kind of like, what could be nicer, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's kind of cool. But I like it. I think they did a great job. The build on this is very nice. The finish, I can't find any flaws in the finish at all. It looks just beautiful, you know, even how they brought, even the binding into the neck is great. The nut is really well done. Very impressed with that work too. But overall, the guitar is definitely a win-win in my books. And for something that's priced, you know, under $800 Canadian, that is really, really decent. And especially for how it's set up too. I mean, the neck is very straight. The action is very super low. Like, let me show you the setup on the action here on the low E. You know, that is pretty low. You know, and on the high E, it's just a little bit lower, of course, because of the, you know, they got to follow the radius. But wow, it's pretty good. The frets are nice. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about briefly is about the frets. They are a jumbo style fret, so this guitar requires a light touch, right? In fact, almost all guitars made nowadays require a very light touch, because otherwise, if you start squeezing too high, you play out of pitch. You'd be playing up a half step or more if you're doing the death grip. So you want to learn how to do a light touch on these things, whether it's a Les Paul or whatever, and you will definitely increase your fret lifespan by years. Okay, so that's also a good thing too, because the harder you squeeze, you're going to start killing frets sooner on any guitar. It doesn't matter what it is. So you got to learn to do a light touch, which is fine. And it makes you play, helps you to play faster too with a lighter touch, because you don't have to have that effort there. There's virtually no effort, even with these 10s on here, there's virtually no effort for fretting your notes and getting good, crisp, clear notes. So that's really good. Really impressed with the pickups. They're very good too. Yeah, so as far as, you know, you guys who like your star ratings go, this thing, in my honest opinion, okay, deserves a 4.5 out of 5. Okay, it really does. You know, nothing is perfect. We all know this. You know, nothing is definitely perfect. So, but I think it deserves I think it really deserves a 4.5 out of 5. Now, something else I would like to mention too is with the strap pins. Although they are good, I would recommend a strap with a built-in strap lock, or go to something like Dunlop's. They have a really good one. I think it's the Dunlops. They're like a little button that, you know. Shaler's I like the best myself. I love Shaler strap locks. In fact, when I bought my Les Paul Studio last year, the first thing that happened before it left the store was I said, take this, please install for me, okay? I got them to do it, even though I could have done it myself, no big deal, but hey, if something's gonna go wrong, let them deal with it, right? So I bought the strap locks for it, and away we went, and I've got the strap locks because it's an investment, and also this is a heavy guitar. This one's actually 8.5 pounds. I'm gonna weigh up my Les Paul Studio and find out what it weighs, and we'll tell you that when we do the versus video. So I'm going to do a video putting this against my Les Paul Studio, and we're going to do like sound, basically, playability, blah blah blah. And I may even put my SG into that one as well, because it has Pro Bucker pickups. These are just regular, these are Alnico Classics. I got Pro Bucker Classics in the SG, and then I've got 57 Classics in my Les Paul Studio. But do check out Long McQuaid if you have a store local to you. If you're not that close to one, just hop on the website. Way you go, you can order your gear in no matter what. If you want to see all the models, of course, just as lefties only for Epiphone, you can search Long McQuaid's website in that manner, or you can go right to the Epiphone website, and then you can check out the full specs and everything else. And exactly what they have for the Les Pauls, and blow the pictures up really nice and big too, which is great. And then you can really see what you've got. But I like this one, I really do. And I'm not sure if it's going to stay with me, or if I'm, I like it, it's very nice. And this one is crafted in China too. I may buy this, I really might buy it. Or I may hold out and just go for the custom, because the custom already comes in ebony with all the gold on it, so it's like less modding for me to do later, right? Well, very little things I would have to do. But, and of course that cherry one's got my attention as well, and normally I'm not a sunburst kind of guy, or a cherry burst, but it's looking pretty attractive to me. I'm kind of like, I'm thinking about this pretty serious, so it's kind of like, okay, I got 3 choices, so I got to pick one, right? But anyways, I like the guitar. Hope you guys like it. Hope you enjoyed the little bit of, cranking out chords and some different effects on it to hear what it's like. Go try one out for yourself. Try it on different amps. See, which one gets along best with your ears too. I have my preference in amps like anybody else would. So there you go. So thanks very much for watching, guys. And if you're not currently subscribed to the channel and you're just watching this for the first time, do subscribe for more gear videos. I do have a lot more stuff in mind to go on over the next while. And I may even do some non-guitar stuff in the near future as well for you guys, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's great, it's fun. That is one really nice guitar. So there you go. So we'll catch you later, and hey, keep rocking. All right, ciao.